In a bizarre move highlighting the pressures journalists are facing worldwide, Thailand's Prime Minister on Monday assigned a life-sized cardboard mock-up of himself to respond to tough questions by journalists. If you want to ask any questions on politics or conflict, Prime Minister Prayuth Chan-o-cha was quoted as saying by the Associated Press, "Ask this guy." After installing it behind the microphone from where he had been expected to answer questions, Prayuth then walked away. The cardboard cutouts were reportedly produced for Thailand's Children's Day, and some journalists reacted with laughter as others took selfies. But Human Rights Watch, a New York-based NGO, strongly criticized the incident on Tuesday, saying that it was part of a long list of his bizarre and bullying reactions to reporters. According to the Associated Press, Prayuth had previously thrown a banana peel at journalists and threatened others with execution, in what appeared to be a particularly tasteless joke. Press freedom has declined in Thailand and around the world in the past years, according to the Press Liberties Watchdog's Article 19 and Freedom House, and intimidation and threats were not limited to authoritarian regimes. President Trump frequently lashes out at what he called fake news, and is now even initiating a fake news award which is going to the most corrupt and biased of the mainstream media. Trump also was notorious during his presidential campaign for inciting the crowds against the journalists present at his rallies. Last October, the Czech president waved a mock rifle at journalists during a news conference. For his part, Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte has repeatedly threatened journalists in widely condemned remarks, too. As candidate, he was quoted as saying, "Just because you're a journalist you are not exempted from assassination if you're a son of a bitch." When Duterte later met with Trump, his U.S. counterpart chuckled after Duterte called journalists spies. Then last July during a photo opportunity, Russian President Vladimir Putin, who is frequently accused of undermining press freedom in his country, pointed at journalists in the room and asked Trump, "These are the ones hurting you?" Trump responded, "These are the ones. You're right about that." The fear is that threats against the media by world leaders such as Trump will only further embolden the Thai leadership, and other governments, to lay down more restrictions against journalists. Prayuth recently referred to fake news, deploying rhetoric similar to Trump's. Freedom House classifies Thailand as not free, writing on its website that the military government has systematically used censorship, intimidation, and legal action to suppress journalists and media outlets. Authorities aggressively enforce defamation and lèse-majesté laws, and have summoned journalists for meetings at which they are pressured to stop producing coverage critical of the NCPO, according to Freedom House. Human rights organization Amnesty International called the developments a spiral into silence. Prayuth came to power in 2014 following a military coup, initially conceived as a temporary solution to a tumultuous period in Thai history marked by street protests.